All morning. I didn't do nothing over the weekend. That's why there was no videos. I needed to take a step back. The frustration from the dump truck is just too much right now. But I figured today I'll do something with you. They've been working on the strapping. I'm gonna put try to enclose that this winter. It's gonna be a slow process, but they're working on it. But today I'm gonna work on the grease fitting on the bottom of the kingpin on this. Get that grease fitting changed out, get that to take grease. And I'm gonna look into the rear end on this. I've been smelling some hot rear end oil. I mean, everything is cold, but I've been smelling rear end oil. Mine looks like a little foggy. A little bit better. But I've been smelling rear end oil. So what I want to do is I'm going to check the level, check the vents, check everything, look for any type of a leak so I can get this thing ready to go for this winter. And that's what I'm doing right now. I mean, yeah, it's what, August 4th. So yeah, it's just getting things ready. So let me grab some tools and we got underneath there. I went and bought a easy out set, 2 of them actually. So I'm gonna get that grease fitting out and get a new one in. Well, now I don't know which one I've got. This lower ball joint, I said kingpin earlier, ball joint. There's no kingpin on this. But the lower ball joint, the grease fitting that I'm trying to replace, I think is a press-in one. Because I can rotate it, but it's not threading out. Or the threads are just messed up internally. I don't know. So I'm still working on that. And let me grab the other flashlight. I'll show you what I think I found on the rear end. Well, here's the rear rotor on the passenger side. Everything looks good here. Yeah, I do see some moisture down there, but I think that's probably when I worked on this last. I did smear it with a bunch of penetrating oil and everything else, try to get everything to come apart easy. Now we go over to the driver's side, and this is where I think the problem's at. Because look at that. That shows signs of oil. It's not much, and I do have a good smell of the oil. I can smell the oil here. So I think this seal I gotta redo. And to redo that seal is similar to the dump truck, to the Peterbilt. Well, no, not really. Well, it is if I have to do one of the rear ends. I gotta pull this axle. Of course, pull the tires off. Pull the axle. There's another nut inside there, and I gotta pull all that off. But I gotta take all this off as well, so I can pull the whole hub off. It's a little more in-depth repair than it is like on the Peterbilt. Peterbilt's pretty simple. This one's a little more in-depth. So I'm gonna have to pull that out and off and redo it. I gotta call Napa, see if they get a seal for that. I don't think I'll be doing it today. I might, I doubt it, but I might. Oh, probably not. I got a 3:30 appointment with the owner of Domino's for plowing this winter. So I will let you know how that meeting goes after we have it. So yeah, I'm gonna get back underneath the truck. I'm gonna try to get that grease fitting out. Try to get that out and get a new one in. No, it is threaded. It's just the threads inside the ball joint are kind of messed up. So I want to try to find one that's the same thing, just a little bit larger. I think it's a metric one. That's what it looks like. You can't see. I know it's going to be hard on the camera, but these threads are pretty bunged up. No, it's got to be metric. I'm gonna try this one. This one goes in a little bit deeper than the other one. Not by much, just a thread or two. We'll try it out. I dropped the old grease fitting. You think I can find the damn thing? Nope. These are too small. These are too big. Too small, too big. It's gotta be something in between or something by Ford. Why can't people just leave things one standard and that's it? And, oh, let's go down here. This is not good. This is the 33mm socket that we use to take the lug nuts off the trucks, the big trucks. My Pete, his Freightliners, anything standard size, that's not 33mm. I think that's 21, 22? 21 right here. I'll find out real quick. So I gotta, yeah, 21. Actually 21, just a hair loose. That might be all right. But yeah, I gotta find out from Ford if it's a special fitting or what. Because I tried both SAE and metric and neither one would fit. I could probably pull the one out of the driver's side, try it out, try to find a matching one, but I'm not gonna do that. I could probably, and I might temporarily go find a plug or something, plug that hole and use a needle to get through the boot and fill that boot full of grease enough for now. But I do something temporarily, it usually winds up almost permanent. But I do have to fix that the correct way. I'll probably put the body down and we'll go see Napa, see if they get the seal for that. If they get the seal, I'll get it. We go from there. Put the body prop down. Put the body down, we'll get out of here. That just kind of messed up my whole day. Not much I can do about it. Well, it's 11 o'clock Tuesday morning. I just picked it up. They called me, told me I could pick it up 4:30 last night. When I did, I showed up, this bag was kicked back over again. But now, it should not kick over for the simple reason of it's now welded. They said every time they tried to tighten it up, this bag would move over about an inch or two. So they wound up welding that bottom plate to the axle. They're saying it's supposed to be like a little nipple or something on the bottom side to help prevent that. They said they didn't see one in this in this rear end. So they did that, and then they wound up putting my outside rim on the inside. So now I have the joyous task of cleaning that rim. I did send the company the truck foreman a message saying, letting him know that I have the truck back, it's ready to go. I'm waiting on his reply. So that's all I can do right now. The only other thing I can do is just, I think I got acid in the truck, or in my shed. Try to clean these rims up some. Because, I mean, these things are right nasty. That's all brake dust, mud, dirt, and everything else. This has been very stressful. Let's see, it was 8 days at first. Then I had Thursday, Friday, and Monday. So there's 11 days downtime. That's $11,000. Half of Wednesday. So that's 11.5, and whatever I can get in today, if I get it in today. If I don't, you're talking $12,500 I've lost in income because of this one repair. And that's a blow that you really can't afford. Boy sticking his head out the window, and then I hear him going, "You're right." Probably his sister going, "Dad's home." He's poking his head out going, "No, he's not." And he sticks his head out and sees me out here. What was wrong on why it happened on that rear side over there was on same thing what happened on that one happened on this whole, both sides of this axle. And it was that one, this wasn't set properly. You see how it saddles over, and the bottom one, that bottom one right there. Now, let me come around to the other side here. And that bottom one, the one that they welded over there, that one right there wasn't set properly. They said it was off by like a 1/8 of an inch or a 1/16 of an inch. Basically, it wasn't, instead of being, I'll try to show you here. Instead of being sitting on the around the axle like this, it was like this. How the guy didn't notice that little bit, I don't know. So instead of flat faced, it was up against that. So unfortunately, and I feel bad. I don't want to see it happen to anybody. But I guess unfortunately, the gentleman that worked on this does not work for the company no more, is what I was told. But it wasn't just because of this repair. I guess there was other things going on, is what I was told. So I was like, I don't like costing anybody their job. But that's what I was informed of. As you can see, the bamboo's still dying, but not fast enough. I think I'm going to wind up having to just cut it down and then spray it, because I have tires back in here I need to get out. Tires and rims I need to get out I can use on this truck right here. Came off of my road truck and my other dump truck. So my hopes are to get tires on those rims, get those rims cleaned up, get tires on them, so I have them for this, for spares. Sorry everyone, I'm rambling. It's just so frustrating. But I gotta go run down to the shop, because in the clip you saw in this video there, I was down at the shop working on the 550. I left all the batteries for the GoPro down there, and I gotta go get a wheel seal for that truck. See if Napa has one. I'm gonna try to make myself productive while I'm down right now. Don't mind me eating my lunch. Yeah, we're hauling hot top sand out of the Sabatis pit back to the plant. This clip's going to be a little bit different. Now, I'm going to load one of their company trucks that's behind me first. I'm going to set over, then he's going to pull up on my driver's side. I'm going to load him, then load myself. So we'll have a little bit of a longer clip on this one. Santa during the winter time. But I'll tell you right now, that gentleman is a spitting image of Santa. He got a white bushy beard halfway down his, well, basically down the bottom of his sternum. He definitely passes Santa. He's got classes, the whole works. Great guy too. But now we're headed down to the plant with this. It took an hour to get loaded there, waiting in line. It was drivers loading themselves instead of having a loader operator there. I think they just had one show up. So we're going to find out on the next load. But on the way down through, I'm going to stop and grab the battery, GoPro batteries out of the shop, out of the pellet store. Well, they got a loader operator here now. So he'll load me instead of me loading myself and other trucks. I mean, like the truck here in front of me, I'm not saying nothing bad, it's just a female driver. She's just learning. She just got her license and she's exposed to a lot of heavy equipment that she's not used to. I'm not gonna say much. I was pretty much the same way too when I was, what, 18. I worked for a very small company that had equipment, but not quite as large. But again, it got my foot in the door. Now she's being thrown into the larger equipment with no experience, so she doesn't. She asks guys like me and other drivers that do know how to run the loader to load her. And like the gentleman I did in the one before, the Santa guy. He's driven truck, but he's never run an equipment. So he didn't know, but he knows I can, as you can see, I know how to run the equipment, so he wanted me to load him first. And these guys are not loading up these flowboy trailers like they should. They got the flowboy trailers about half loaded. Well, I don't know if I'll be able to get a load or not. Might have to swap over to concrete sand. The amount of trucks they had hauling this out today definitely destroyed that pile. I'll just sit right here and wait for a few minutes. And we'll see what happens. Yeah, we did manage to get a load out of that pile. I talked to the loader operator. What? 3:45. I told him, he's like, "You coming back for one more?" I said, "If you'll be around, I will." He's like, "Well, I gotta leave at 4:30. I told him it takes about an hour round trip. He says, "Yeah, I'll stick around." So we're gonna go dump this one and grab one more. Try to get 5 or 6 hours out of it today. It would be nice. It'll help out a lot. Instead of as much downtime as I've had. We're gonna go do that. Let's get down here, dump this one off, get back, get another one on. That's it for today. I'm gonna go home and see if I don't have some aluminum brightener, which is basically an acid to clean aluminum. See if I don't have any at the house and try to clean up that one rim. The wife got me a, well, let's say wife, but the family got me a little pressure washer. I think it's only like maybe 1,500 or 2,000 psi. Go home, try to blast a lot of that off before I put any of the aluminum brightener on there, if I have any. Yeah, as I'm sitting here finishing editing up the video, I figure we'll call it a day. So please like, share, subscribe, comment, stay safe. I'll see you in the next one. Don't mind me making a coffee.